Aloha, citizens of Alabama. I'm Michael John Collins, the 27th, and I am a candidate for president for the November 5, 2024 presidential election. I'm running as an independent candidate in something that I call the Rainbow Party, and I hope that you will join me in my campaign and hopefully vote for me November 5, 2024. I'm 42 years old. I was born in Summit, New Jersey. In 2002, I graduated from Bucknell University cum laude with a triple major in classics, English, and women's studies. I earned my Juris Doctor, which is, I became a lawyer. I got cum laude in Washington, D.C. at American University, Washington College of Law in 2005. And for the past 17 years, I practiced civil litigation law in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and most recently in Hawaii, which has been my home for the past 14 years. The reason I decided to run as an independent candidate is because, like many Americans, I'm dissatisfied with both the Democratic and Republican parties. My political leanings are in the center, which I believe is the political view of the average American. If Trump's slogan is "Make America Great Again," my slogan is "Make America Normal Again." This is why I created the Rainbow Party for my presidential campaign, so voters could have an alternative from the two-party system that has divided our America to the brink of a second civil war. My vision is to be as inclusive of all Americans as feasible, to support policies that serve the greatest need domestically so that we can be united in our war efforts to protect Israel, fight Islamic terrorism in the Middle East, and consider weigh our military options against demagogue dictators like Putin, Kim Jong-un, and Xi Jinping. The reason I'm addressing you, Alabamians, specifically is because as an independent candidate, in order to get on the ballot for the presidential election of 2024, I need signatures from your state, which means I need specifically you, citizens of Alabama, to organize and gather these signatures for me. Thankfully, your state law only requires 5,000 signatures. You would be amazed about how many signatures are required in other states, but your state is pretty reasonable. 5,000 signatures. So my contact information, which I'm going to post below, is my phone number is 808-318-4953. That's my phone number. And my email is michaeljcollins@live.com. So the major issues that I wanted to address in my campaign, let me see, let's just open this up, and campaign, okay. So they're a little bit different than the traditional political issues that Trump and Biden are campaigning on. I believe that we are in, if not imminent wartime, it's coming, and we need to prepare for that. And even if we are not concerned about war or going to war with other countries, we do need to be concerned about some sort of either economic collapse or environmental issue that could cause us to also have to plan for disaster, right? So food production is going to be very important in my administration. Also, infrastructure, and I know every president talks about that, but it's really important to focus on the basic needs of our citizens in America, and we have a lot of people in, rural regions that lack infrastructure, and we need to make sure that there's food storage, there's water, potable water. Everyone is familiar with Flint, Michigan, and the issues that they've had to suffer. So we need to make sure that everyone has potable water and electricity too, as well, right? And the other issue that is going to be big in my campaign is we have a mental health crisis in America. We see that there's, a number of school shootings. Every week we see these school shootings, and my stance on gun reform is that we need to protect the Second Amendment, but we also need to address the fact that there's school shootings. So, I believe that mental health is one of the issues. The other issue is just in general. Our country does not serve everyone, and we need to make sure that everyone's basic needs are met. In terms of, again, the basics, housing and food. So yes, housing is going to be an issue in my administration. As far as education, we know that there's across the country a trend of a dumbing down of our nation. So we need to change that. As far as taking out certain issues like, gender conformity or whatever, that's not the issue. The issue is that our students can't do math, they can't, they're not doing well on the reading exams either. So we need to focus on those core issues, and that is something that across the country we could do better. And a lot of that has been a challenge with COVID-19, but now that we're out of that, we should make sure that our Department of Education is up to snuff and for our children. All right, and then I noticed that issues that are of interest to you in Alabama are gun permits, that you want to be able to carry a concealed handgun without having the need to get a permit. Yeah, again, I support Second Amendment, but I also want to address the issue of our children, and not just our children, but our citizens being victims of mass shootings, and we need to work on that. But no, I will not restrict your gun rights. As far as abortion, I am pro-life. The way I feel about that is that while I also believe that abortion is something that should not be used unless a woman's life is at risk, in general, we need to be working on issues to, take care of these children. And that's something that our country isn't doing a very good job on. Unfortunately, we don't have paid family leave. We don't have paid daycare. I think there's a lot that we could do as far as that's concerned that would ease on that tension. However, I do believe in contraception, so that would be something that my administration would support, is access to that. And then just in terms of, it looks like education is an issue for you guys, and I've already indicated that that is part of my administration. So I hope you will vote for me. I've branded my party the Rainbow Party, and the way this works is, in your state, you can set up a corporation, which basically would be like Friends of Michael J. Collins the 27th. And when you do that, it looks like your corporation center is with Alabama's Secretary of State Elections Division, and their phone number is 334-242-7210, and their address is 600 Dexter Avenue, Suite E, 208, Montgomery, Alabama, 36130. And again, if you want to get in touch with me, my contact information is 808-318-4953, and my email is michaeljcollins@live.com. So together we can save our country. Vote for me, November 5, 2024. Thank you. God bless.